So it's going to be a video review of the B1 Bamboo electric skateboard. I have the version 1.0 here, which is no longer for sale on the website. They have a new board called the B1 Balrog Bamboo in the red color. So just keep that in mind when you are looking at this video. There are many similarities between this version 1 and version 2, but the biggest difference is version 1 here, which I have, uses double kingpin trucks, you see here, and version 2 has single kingpin trucks. So this is a little quick unboxing of this board. I got it by sea shipping. It took about 3 months. This is what comes with it in the box. There's a 3 amp charger. It takes about 3 to 4 hours to charge it up to full. I have the 17.5 amp hour battery here. It came with the cloud wheels because I went for the 2-in-1 version. And it also came with additional belts, which I paid extra for. Also a little pump for your pneumatic tires. This generic hobby wing remote, which is very slippery. Skate tool. And a little backlight which you can attach, but I just didn't use that at all. This is for removing the belt cover, and out of the box the pneumatic tires are not inflated. So I thought the little pump here was going to be really shitty, but it actually did the job quite well. The only issue is that you wouldn't be able to tell the PSI you're pumping it up to because it doesn't have a gauge. But if you're just trying to like go out, it's going to be really quick and painless to pump this up. This probably took me like 2 minutes and was up and running. So of course I took it out for a inaugural ride as soon as I got it and got the tires pumped up. I guess the biggest competitor to this will be the Wowgo AT2s, and I can't explain it, but this board with the AT tires, it just feels a little closer to the ground than the Wowgo ATs. So I'm very comfortable, happy with the ride comfort here. However, this is a very big board. If you compare it to my Wowgo 3, which are the hub boards, this is massive. Which is kind of good if you're on the heavier side and you want to spread out your legs. But for portability wise, it's like really difficult carrying around anywhere. So in terms of the pneumatic tires, they're of course very airy and comfortable. They sit quite low to the ground, as I mentioned earlier, which is nice in terms of stability on the ground. And I was able to achieve a top speed of 37 kilometers per hour riding on the highest speed mode. With the cloud wheels, however, I was able to go as high as 42 kilometers per hour. And of course, the cloud wheels have a little bit more torque and a bit stronger braking power just because of the size of the wheels. I should mention the deck here, it does not have a foamy grip tape like some of the other AT boards, so they kind of cheaped out there. But they did include a nice bash guard for the front here, this black piece. So that's always appreciated. The pneumatic tires, in terms of the noise of the belts, are also quieter than the cloud wheel belts. I'm not sure, maybe it's just because the distance to the road, but the belts run very quiet with the pneumatic tires versus the cloud wheels. One thing I really didn't like is the included remote. The plastic they use is just very smooth and cheap and plasticky. So if you're using like gloves in the wintertime, it feels like it could just slip out of your hands. So that's why I added this cell phone holder on the back. Because basically what you can do is you can thread your index finger through it and it kind of gives you a better handle on the remote. If you're picking this board up, I suggest getting also the cover for it because that provides a matte texture. I really kind of wish they went with a smaller remote and matte for the finish here. Swap out the AT wheels for the cloud wheels, and it looks like really small compared to the AT wheels, but these things are huge. I think this is the size of my hand. It's like half my hand. So hopefully we'll get some more range when I swap these out, because right now I'm only getting like 25 kilometers on one charge, which is really not that good considering my Wowgo 3 hub motors with an 8 amp hour battery gets the same amount. So hopefully once I swap these out, it will be better. So this is what it looks like with the wheel removed. The core inside looks like this, whereas on the cloud wheels, the core looks like this. So I said it looks like I have to take this core out and change the belt as well. Okay. So I just got the back wheels on. It looks so sick with the street wheels, with the cloud wheels, and it sits much closer to the ground now. Now the back wheels are all taken off. Gotta put the right belts on, get the belt tension correct, and then add on the cloud wheels. So here it is, all configured with the cloud wheels. So what was interesting is that the belts that came with it, so I bought the 2-in-1 kits. So there's a bigger belt and there's like a smaller belt. So the smaller belt goes for the street wheels. So I didn't actually have to adjust the motor, because I've seen people like when they switch wheels, they need to like adjust how far the motor goes back and goes forward. But because these belts fit perfectly, I didn't have to fiddle with that, and just balance it correctly. So I was kind of sketched out about that. So it's good I didn't have to do that. And then because, so I'll show you. So this is the old bash guard for the, you see that? This is the old bash guard for the AT wheels. And so because the AT wheels are much bigger, it actually kind of covers the gears here, the pulleys. So now this is exposed. But what they've included is another set of these, specifically for the plow wheels. So you see, like when you put this on, it covers up the belts part of, so hopefully no pebbles gets in, which is really nice. So that's what it looks like on this side, which I have not changed, and this is what it looks like once it has been changed. Okay, so yesterday I took out the AT wheels and swapped them out for the cloud wheels. Took them out for a ride today, and then I found out the belts are actually too loose. So you can see I'm pushing into it like that. So basically what happens when it's too loose is when you're braking, it just kind of like goes click, 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 click. So originally I thought I didn't have to push this motor backwards, but it looks like now I have to. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay. So one side has been changed. You can see the difference here. It's not, this is the one that's been changed, and this is the old one. So it's way more slack when you push down onto it. So with the cloud wheels, because they're smaller and you sit lower to the ground, you get a little bit more torque out of them. So it's better acceleration, better braking strength. In addition, I think the range also increased a little bit with the smaller wheels. And it's very carvy, as you can see here. But the bigger wheels allow you to go over potholes and cracks in the pavement with much more comfort than the cloud wheels. The cloud wheels are definitely an upgrade over hub wheels, of course, but if you're looking for the ultimate comfort, I would definitely go with the pneumatic tires. You have an extra $100 to spend, definitely get the 2-in-1 kit, because then you have the versatility of changing out the wheels anytime you wish. I gotta say though, the one thing I'm disappointed about both of these wheels is the range. I thought I'll be getting something closer to 40-45 kilometers with them, but really I'm getting 20 closer to 25 on both of the wheels. This is also the first time I'm using double kingpin trucks in an electric skateboard, and I gotta say I'm not a fan. It's just not as stable as the single kingpin truck. Understand, because of the large diameter of the wheels, they had to go with this, but I'm not a fan of the way they designed the double kingpin trucks. As it stands, when it comes pre-shipped, it's a little bit loose, so you want to tighten them. And typically, the way you tighten them is you would tighten the nut and washer on the board side first before you tighten the street side. But the way they designed this, there's no way for you to reach the board side nut and washer without taking apart the street side nut and washer first. as I'm doing here. So it's just a bit of a hassle trying to adjust this thing. It's kind of takes a lot of trial and error, basically. There is, however, one advantage of double kingpin trucks over single kingpin, and that is the turning radius. This thing can basically turn on a dime compared to a single kingpin truck, just because the way it is designed. So if that is important to you, then get an electric skateboard with double kingpin trucks. But as it stands, like I said, this version 1 is no longer on for sale on their website, and version 2 comes with single kingpin trucks, which I think is an upgrade. Here's a comparison of the size of the B1 board with the cloud wheels attached versus the Wowgo 3s. As you can see, it sits in about a similar height now compared to the AT tires. Here's another size comparison between the B1 Bamboo versus the Onboard W2, which is also a belt-driven board. The width of the deck is much longer on the B1 board. However, it is quite substantially heavier than the onboard. You can see in terms of portability, I had to add this kayak handle to the end of my board because otherwise it's just so difficult to carry. You can see carrying by the front truck, the back motor just drags on the ground because of the small size of the cloud wheels. You can carry by the back truck, but it's not very comfortable, so that's why I added this kayak handle here. And it's really heavy to lift up as well, so I would not suggest that. If you had the AT wheels attached, it could actually be pulled by the front truck without the backside dragging. And you can see here with my friend's board, he can carry it by either truck and it's super easy to maneuver. In addition, he's got the cutout in the middle as well. And this thing is just super light to carry around. So if portability is an issue, definitely get a board similar to this. But if portability is not an issue and you're just looking for ultimate comfort, then definitely get a board similar to this, or even this board, just any of the AT boards really. With the cloud wheels, as you can see here, it just absorbs everything in the bumps and cracks in the pavement. And with the AT wheels, you won't even feel anything on the road, basically. The last thing I want to mention is that I've been quite impressed by the customer service I've received from this new company, B1. Um, Basically, from day one, there's has been somebody who was able to get in contact if I had any questions or troubleshooting issues, and they're quite quick to respond. Unlike my previous board, which I bought from Wowgo, and takes them like sometimes even a week or more to respond to my queries, but B1's been really on top of it. So that's been a quick review and comparison of the B1 board. If you're still interested in purchasing a board from this company, then I'm gonna have a discount code up on the screen here. You can purchase any board from the website, and when you do, I get a little commission, and you have a discount when you buy the board.